The Jets came out fired up before the home crowd at the Meadowlands on their second possession. Neil O'Donnell finds Wayne Corbett for this catch and run. 70 yards to the Dolphins 1. It set up Leon Johnson's short touchdown run, and New York led 7-0. Second period with the game tied at 7. O'Donnell throws for Corbett again, but Keyshawn Johnson sticks up a hand and pulls it in for the score. 14-7 Jets. Dan Marino threw for 205 first half yards, hitting 14 of his 21 passes, 7 straight at one point. This one to Lamar Thomas, 22 yards for the touchdown. Dolphins up 17-14 at half. After a scoreless third, Miami would put it away in the fourth period. Marino to Charles Jordan down to the Jets 4. He fumbles the football, but O.J. McDuffie is there to pick it up and get it in for the touchdown. Marino throwing for 372 yards today as the Dolphins beat the Jets 31-20.
Main thing is we won a ball game on the road, and it's a division game, a key division game, and so now we need to gear it up and win another one on the road next week against Baltimore.
Although the Dolphins came out of this game with the victory, it was one of mixed emotions for Dunmore's Tim Ruddy because he saw his string of 37 straight starts come to an end. Tim was dressed today, but he watched the entire game from the Dolphin bench, suffering the effects from an earlier knee injury. He didn't see any action.
Well, it's one of those things, injuries are a part of the game, and, I'm really happy, actually, because we came out and beat a tough Jets team, a team that had really done a lot this year in the first 6 games, and, these are the kind of games that scare you.
Tim is, is an outstanding player. He's a key, and we missed him, but the line played well, and in general, the offensive line, they were terrific today. They really were.
Receiver Qadri Ismail of Wilkes-Barre is also on the Dolphins roster, but he was inactive for today's game and didn't suit up. It was tough for Tim Ruddy to watch last Sunday's game from the bench. Not only did a knee injury keep him from playing before his family and friends who made the trip to the Meadowlands, it ended his streak of 37 straight NFL starts.
It's nice to be able to go out there and play every game, but when you're not able to play, you have to yield and let the guy who is able to play go, and we want to have the best chance to win.
Tim's progress over his first 4 NFL seasons has reached a point where now he's being talked about as one of the league's best centers and a possible Pro Bowler.
Well, I don't worry about the individual recognition. When you look at who's proclaiming these things, sometimes the source isn't always the greatest in the world. But the individual honors are nice, but I'm more concerned about the team. I'm more concerned about getting the team going and winning the Super Bowl. That's, I think, every man's goal on the team.
It's almost as if everyone knew from high school that Tim would someday be on the pro football field.
It's been a pretty good succession. I think I've had a couple of good breaks and been in the right position a couple of times, but you put in a lot of hard work and you hope for the best.
Places like the Meadowlands here in New Jersey are a long way for Tim Ruddy from the high school fields of northeastern Pennsylvania. But instead of looking back as he looks ahead, it's a lot closer now to an all-pro career for this former Dunmore High School standout. In New Jersey, I'm Sid Michaels, 28 Eyewitness Sports. Game number 1 tonight at Dunmore. Riverside would score in their first possession. Jeremy Ransom slices through the Bucks for the 10-yard score, 7-0 Vikings. On their second possession, quarterback Harry Armstrong throws to the end zone where Eugene Gallagher makes a great catch over the defender, but it was wiped out because of a penalty. Third time Riverside got the football, this Dunmore punt. Brian Jones fields and finds all the holes. He goes all the way for the touchdown. Riverside downs Dunmore 48-7. No more help. We're going to take care of everything. Tired of hearing this. This guy's doing this, that guy's doing this. Go! A milestone at Dunmore tonight. Valley View won the game 35-7. It was the 252nd coaching victory for Frank Bazzaglia. That's the most ever for a District 2 coach since many of Berwick coach George Curry's victories came in District 4.
My wife's been great to me. You know, it's tough to coach all those years and not have a great deal of support in the house. That's for darn sure. And she's really been great. My family's really been great to me, and God's been good to me.
Ironically, coaching Dunmore tonight was Jack Hanses, the son of the man who held the previous record, John Papa Bear Hanses.